All right, what's up, guys? I'm back in Central Rock Gym, Cambridge, and I'm here with none other than your man, Troy.
What's up?
Hey, Troy. All right. So, what are we going to go over today?
We're talking about skincare and kind of callus treatment, what to do if you kind of tear your hands apart. Obviously, as climbers, we're pretty much just gripping sandpaper all day, so it really does a number on your fingers. We're going to show you kind of how to maintain your calluses and what to do if your skin rips open. So what I like to do, kind of regular skin maintenance, is definitely taking your bigger calluses or any of these kind of like crevicey spots right here, where the skin is going to build up and kind of toughen up, but it's also going to have a layer of dead skin right on the top. The dead skin is not necessary. It's not needed to kind of protect you, I guess. It's just there to rip off the rest of the callus. So the big reason that a lot of us tear flappers is because there's all that kind of dead skin built up that's going to yank the rest of the callus with it. So what we do is you can take either sandpaper or like a nail file or one of these sanding pads I really like to use. Just kind of get in right in the crevices of your skin, right in here, sanding that down. The larger calluses, like right in the palm, kind of sanding those as well. Rounding out kind of the tips of your fingers and just getting rid of all of that excess kind of dead flaky layer on the top. So a lot of people have very sweaty hands. They're really prone to kind of damp, moist skin. And obviously that's not ideal to climb with, both because you're going to be slipping off of the wall and because moist, wet skin is going to tear a lot easier. So Rhino Skin, which is one of my favorite companies, makes a drying agent. Doesn't have to be Rhino Skin. A lot of people make similar products to this, but the idea is that it's going to decrease the sweat buildup on your hands, kind of keep your hands dry and your skin a little bit sturdier, I guess, while you're climbing. So it's just a little spray bottle. So you don't want to get too over ambitious with the application because obviously this is a drying agent. Just like with the chalk, you want to apply it as necessary and then make sure that you are taking care and moisturizing your hands afterwards. So in the event that you do rip open a big chunk of skin, we call those flappers. If you're a brand new climber and this is your first flapper, welcome to the club. If you're an experienced climber, sure, you've been there, you got a monthly membership. So what I like to do if you have a huge kind of big flapper, usually I'll get them like right on this digit or in the middle here. The first thing I like to do is just take a pair of nail clippers and cut away all of the dead skin. Again, like I mentioned earlier, we don't want that flapper to yank more skin off and kind of create a bigger hole. So we're going to cut away any of that excess. So once you've gotten rid of all of the hanging skin, if you are still looking to climb more that day, tape is going to be your best friend. We want to fully tape over the flapper and keep it protected. You can climb on with tape the rest of that day, totally fine, or if you're on a climbing trip, something like that, if time is an issue. If it's the end of your session and you decide you're going to take a break, you're going to let it heal, Neosporin and a Band-Aid are going to be your best friends. Anything that is going to kind of keep the cut concealed, protected, treat it just like you would if you scrape your knees as a kid or something like that. Any other cut, it's the same, it's just this one's on our finger. So in addition to like big open flappers, can also tear kind of like a split right in where your finger flexes. Those are pretty sensitive areas to tear, like just kind of slice the finger. It happens all the time. And it's a very frustrating spot because those areas are under a lot of tension, so they will take a little bit longer to heal. What I like to do if I have a split there is we're going to, again, take the sander and just file down either side. We don't want the split to be too deep. If it's too deep, the strain every time you use that finger when you're climbing, it's just going to split it back open. So again, we want to sand down the excess skin on either side and kind of make as shallow of a split as possible. That way it heals a little bit quicker. Same deal if you're looking to climb again, taping it up is going to be your best bet. If you have a couple of days to let it heal, or anytime you're done climbing, you come home for the night, Neosporin, a Band-Aid is going to help you out. And then just general wear and tear, not all the time, or your skin's not going to tear open all the time. but you will have like wear and tear on your tips. You'll see kind of your fingertips will be like a real pinkish color. It means the skin is really, really worn down. A lot of companies make really great products. Again, showing off the Rhino Skin. This is a kind of just like a moisturizing cream. A lot of companies do this. Climb Skin, Joshua Tree, Climb On, any sort of balm like that that's meant to moisturize and kind of rejuvenate your fingers. I use them pretty religiously, especially when I'm on a climbing trip. They are great to kind of revitalize the skin, but you can use any sort of home moisturizer. The goal is just to re-moisturize your skin, and you should be doing this at any time after you climb. You leave the gym with really dry, cracked hands from all the chalk that you've been using. I always like to wash my hands, soap and water, get all that chalk off so we're not leaving our hands dry and cracked for, hours after we leave. And then using some moisturizer to just keep that skin fresh and healthy for the next time we're back in the gym.
All right, so I have one question. I've heard of people like using Superglue sometimes.
So I've never actually used Superglue, but I have heard that a lot. I know a lot of people that do use Superglue. It's kind of a quick, temporary solution. If you are if you're on a trip or if you're anywhere where you really you split your finger open and you really need to keep climbing that day. It's kind of a quick fix repair. You can super glue the cut shut and tape it back together, sort of as like a quick fix. It's not going to heal your skin at all, from what I understand. It's really just to get that skin back on, especially if you're on like a climbing trip and time is really an issue. You need to get that send in now. Super glue can work really well.
Troy, thanks so much again, and we'll catch you later.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.
What?
Is that okay?